All right, Nixxiom.
Guys, Blizzard just released their roadmap for the future of World of Warcraft Classic. I'm talking hardcore. I'm talking Season of Discovery. I'm also talking Cataclysm Classic. Blizzard has given us a sneak peek as to what is coming down the road. And there's a few things that are on this roadmap that are very suspicious, to say the least.
Very true.
In a good way. And we're gonna talk about it today. But real fast, I do of course have to thank the channel's sponsor, Zygor. World of Warcraft's ultimate add-on. You've heard of it, you love it, you know it. It's Zygor. If you're trying to level quicker, if you're trying to make more gold, if you're trying to get that pet, that achievement, whatever you want, Zygor does literally everything, and it's linked down below in the description. And if you do decide to become a member of the Zygor family, be sure to use code Nixxiom for 20% off. So I just sat down at the computer and I got to look at this 2024 roadmap, and I want to go through it with you guys today and just talk about each bullet as to what is coming next. So let's just dive into it, shall we? The first thing to say is that at the beginning of 2024, we are getting the release of the Ruby Sanctum raid.
You guys might think that Classic Wrath is down bad right now. Things might be looking bad, but Ruby Sanctum is going to save everything. Ruby Sanctum, when this raid releases, Wrath is going to be so fucking back. It's going to be so back.
Wrath of the Lich King Classic. Many of you guys are probably still playing Wrath of the Lich King. I hope you guys are having fun. It really is a tragedy, and maybe I'll make a separate video on this topic later on, but it is a tragedy that Wrath of the Lich King did not get the love and the attention that it so rightfully.
All they had to do is ban GDKPs and not add WoW token. Seriously. You don't need to be a rocket scientist to figure out what went wrong. Ban GDKPs, get rid of WoW token. There you go, problem solved. Everyone's happy.
Deserved. And nowadays, when people think of Wrath of the Lich King Classic, all they think about is bots, the WoW token, and just drama, and just a very sour taste in the mouth. But for those of you guys that are still active on Wrath of the Lich King, Ruby Sanctum coming soon. The next big update we're gonna see in Classic WoW is an update to Season of Discovery. You guys know it, you're excited for it. We've got the level cap raised to level 40, new runes to be discovered for all the classes, a new PvP event, and a Gnomragon raid.
Wow.
This new PvP
because the first PvP event has been so well received and gracefully executed. And now they're going to do it again in Stranglethorn Vale. Blizzard, don't do it. I would rather have no PvP event in Phase 2 than have you completely botch Stranglethorn Vale. Stranglethorn Vale is already good. It's already perfect. It's already perfect. The question is, can they make Stranglethorn Vale better than it already is? My answer is no. No, they can't. It's already perfect.
Event that's coming in Phase 2 of Season of
Discovery.
Discovery.
Put it in a Wrathy.
Stranglethorn Vale, as if Stranglethorn Vale was not dangerous enough. Am I right? New loot being rewarded for PvP and STV. Titles, apparently, if what I've read on the internet is true. Some new quests that are going to be present in the zone to incentivize PvP further. I hope that Blizzard has learned the lessons from Ashenvale and the complaints that they got and the feedback that they got.
I don't think so, considering Ashenvale still sucks.
Yes, we're gonna find out, but so far Season of Discovery is going strong. One thing that's interesting is shortly after the release of Season of Discovery's level 40 update, we are going to see the Cataclysm Classic beta. So for those of you guys that are excited for Cataclysm Classic, get ready for beta. And shortly thereafter, we are going to see the release of World of Warcraft Classic.
I can't wait to beta test archaeology. I can't wait to beta...
Hardcore self-found mode. For those of you that don't know what self-found mode is, here's the explanation in 30 seconds. One of the biggest complaints that people had about Classic WoW Hardcore, I mean, there wasn't many, but one of the complaints that existed is the fact that you could trade and use the auction house and blah, 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 blah. You know, Hardcore is supposed to be a...
You know what I want? I've actually changed my mind. I've always said that the self-found mode should take place on the regular Hardcore servers. No, the regular Hardcore servers are so scuffed. Okay, like the whole boosting meta, it's just I want self-found servers. I want self-found servers, meaning on day one you're not going to have self-found players getting boosted by level 60 players, streamers getting boosted. I want dedicated self-found servers. That's what I want.
challenge that you undertake
Just one server, yeah.
on your
That's
own.
it.
You're not supposed to be grouping up with people and trading and making the journey easier. So people were requesting a self-found mode, or more of like a solo mode where you can't trade, you can't be grouping up with people, so on and so forth. That's what this version of hardcore is. So I know a lot of you guys are probably looking forward to it, myself included. The next thing coming out in spring will be another update to Season of Discovery, level 50 level cap, new runes, and a new raid. Now, from what I've seen on the internet, we don't know what the new raid is going to be in Phase 3, but some people are speculating it might be Dire Maul. That would be pretty cool, but guess we'll find out soon. Cataclysm Classic is...
The new raid in Phase 3, we already know. So the raids that they leaked at BlizzCon, Nomer, Scarlet Monastery, and Karazhan Crypts. And it makes sense to me, given we know that Nomer is going to be 40. I would guess that Karazhan Crypts is going to be 60. That kind of makes sense. Okay, so then Scarlet Monastery is probably 50. That's my guess.
Next, if you are somebody playing on the Wrath of the Lich King realms, you are going to get to enjoy a pre-patch event. Of course, you're going to be able to make your Worgen and Goblins. You'll get your improved guild features, account-wide collections. I'm assuming by account-wide collection, what they mean is something similar to the War Within, maybe? I'm not sure. I guess we'll find out. And of course, Transmog is coming to Wrath of the Lich King Classic during this time.
Whoa.
And then, of course, we have the release of Cataclysm Classic. I was very surprised, actually. I made a video recently talking about why not many people are excited for Cataclysm Classic as opposed to, you know, people being excited for Vanilla WoW and TBC and Wrath of the Lich King. But the Cataclysm fanboys really came out in droves, and they were like, hey man, I'm really excited for Cataclysm Classic. Check out that video next.
I haven't met one person that is excited for Cataclassic. But maybe I just hang out with cool people only. Maybe the reason why I've never met someone that's excited for Cataclysm is because I don't hang out with losers. No, I don't know. Who knows what it is? I don't know.
Next, if you want, after this one. One thing that's interesting, though, about the release of Cataclysm Classic, I'm not exactly sure what they mean by this, but we see at the very top here, it says campaign story. What do they mean by campaign story? Like, am I forgetting something? Like, was there like... I don't remember there being some campaign story. I remember, you know, Deathwing fighting Alexstrasza and Garrosh on the Zeppelin, you know, saying, get off my Zeppelin or whatever he said. But what are they talking about? Is this new content?
I think they're probably going to have Chromie time, don't you think? I think they're going to let people still visit Old Azeroth, but then also new Cataclysm Azeroth. I think they probably need that. That was one of the biggest complaints people had when Cata came out, and I think they're going to try to do something about that.
For Cataclysm Classic, like new endgame content or something? Because if so, cool. Like whoa, like
whoa,
that's awesome. I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm not somebody that's like really excited for Cataclysm Classic myself. I mean, I'll check it out. I mean, why not, right? But I'm not like super pumped for it. But if Blizzard is gonna make like a little bit of changes to Cataclysm Classic and maybe even add, you know, a little bit of new content here and there, just, you know, some sprinkles on top, that'll be really cool for a player like me who's like, yeah, you know, I played Cataclysm, didn't really like it so much back in the day. But it would be cool to re-experience it with some sprinkles on top. And maybe that's what this campaign story is. Guess we're going to find out. Season of Discovery is then going to get another update. We are finally going to go to level 60. New runes, even more runes, man. And endgame activities. Now, what the hell does that mean, endgame activities? It's anybody's guess. And I'm going to say more about the endgame activities, but I'm going to talk about it after the next season of...
I'll tell you one thing. So think about this. Level 25, we have Warsong Gulch. Level 40, we have Arathi Basin. Level 50, I would bet money that we get Alterac Valley. What about 60? At 60, what if we got a new battleground? What if they added the old battleground, Ashara Crater, or whatever that's called? That would be pretty cool. You think they'll do arena? Dude, I think they should not do arena. They could do RBGs. Do you think Season of Discovery at level 60 should have RBGs? RBGs would be cool, but arena... Oops.
Discovery update, and I'm going to propose to you guys a theory and tell me what you think about it. In autumn, we're going to see the release of the Rise of the Zandalari patch in Cataclysm Classic. Of course, we're going to see the Rage of the Firelands, one of Cataclysm's stronger patches that was very much beloved back in the day. And then
That was a good
finally,
patch.
we have this last update to Season of Discovery, which just says endgame content updates. So here's the thing. We're seeing in summer this announcement saying endgame.
Why no Arena? Just don't play it. The reason why I don't want them to add Arena is because I suck at it. And if there's not Arena, then I can delude myself into thinking that I'm actually good. But the second they add Arena, which is a quantitative metric with which you can use to determine whether or not you're good at the game, then I can no longer lie to myself. So I think that they should not add it.
Game activities are coming to Season of Discovery, but it's later on that we're seeing endgame content updates. I have a theory that it's very possible that when we hit level 60 in Season of Discovery, we are not going to be able to go to Molten Core. We are not going to be able to go to Nixia's lair. It's very possible that what Blizzard is going to do before they give us, you know, that classic Molten Core experience in Nixia's lair, but updated with some 20.
Real quick. At level 60 in Season of Discovery, for Molten Core, ZG, Blackwind Lair, AQ40, AQ20, Nixxiom, they should use the Season of Mastery updated raids. If you remember, 2 years ago, they updated all of those raids. They made them more challenging. They should use those raids in Season of Discovery, and it's going to be a way better feel because now we have like our classes, our player characters are way buffed. Like if we took our Season of Discovery runes at level 60 into regular old Molten Core, like you could probably 10-man it in green gear. Seriously. It's not going to work. You need to have some updated stuff. And they already updated it. They updated all of those raids 2 years ago in SOM. Bring it in. Bring it back. And by the way, very few people did those raids in SOM because SOM was kind of like dead on arrival. No one really played it. So bring them in. Do that. Bring them in.
2023 Season of Discovery goodness. It's possible that these endgame activities that they're referring to might be a brand new raid. It might be a brand new PvP something. Perhaps an entirely new way to approach dungeons at endgame in Classic WoW. We might see some new factions potentially entering into the fray at level 60 in Classic WoW that we can earn reputation with, get.
Oh, when he said new factions, I was thinking of like Horde, Alliance, something else. Okay, not that. New reputations to farm. Yeah, no doubt.
Gear, maybe get a mount or something. I don't know. The point is giving us like a big chunk of new content to enjoy. A bunch of new things that we can sink our teeth into before Blizzard finally says, "Are you ready?" And they released that trailer saying the gates of Molten Core are finally accessible. A Nixia's lair can finally be descended into, so on and so forth. I'm actually hoping that what Blizzard does is kind of a patch cycle in Season of Discovery where they release, here's a Nixia's lair. That's it. We do a Nixxia for a little while. Then later on, they release Molten Core, totally updated on Courage, you know, so on and so forth. Nixxiom, just a completely updated version of these old raids. And it's just something that we can look forward to. New mechanics, new stuff that is not being beta tested.
Dude, imagine doing Thaddeus in Nixxiom, but instead of 2 polarities, he has 3. That would be impossible. Dude, that would be probably the hardest fight ever.
So we don't know what to expect when we go in there and we fight Patchwork or something again. I just hope that they do Season of Discovery's endgame actually very similar to how they would do endgame normally in, you know, retail World of Warcraft. Just slowly releasing one raid after the other. But it certainly would be cool if at level 60 there was a whole new endgame experience waiting for us. New factions, maybe completely updated endgame dungeons like Skullomance and Strathholm or something. New quest lines to go on for epic
I bet
gear.
they will.
New profession stuff to collect. Just a ton of crap to do before finally the gates of Molten Core open. I don't know, I guess we're gonna find out, guys. It is so cool seeing the 2024 roadmap for Classic World of Warcraft. I love the fact that Blizzard has embraced Classic to this degree. Everything looks great. Everything looks solid. Wrath of the Lich King fans, I hope you guys are happy. Those of you guys that are gonna play Cataclysm, hope you guys are happy.
Hell yeah.
Hope you guys playing hardcore in Season of Discovery are having a good time. Guys.
It's a good video. It seems like people are still really vibing with SOD. Seems like people are having fun playing SOD. I see a lot of optimism with SOD still, which is good, Though, if you look at that timeline that he had, we are probably not going to get Phase 2 Season of Discovery until late January, early February. So we still have another month, maybe month and a half, probably 5 weeks until Phase 2 SOD comes out. That's my guess. All right, so keep on finding things to do. Yeah, level alts, get your farm gold, keep on gaming. But yeah, that's it. Great video.